Hello everyone again. Excuse me, this is Frank DeMore and today is February the 13th. If you're at my YouTube channel, I welcome you, and I'd also encourage you to go to my prophecy site. You see BibleProphecyMan.com, and when you get to my site, you'll just scroll down. You'll be able to click this link and tap into my free documentary on Bible prophecy and current events called The Last Chronicles of Planet Earth. Now, earlier today I talked about two wars that were going to come up, and we see the signs of those wars. But now I want to get back, because I did mention in the first video that the Lord told us that you will see wars and rumors of wars, and kingdom would fight against kingdom. In other words, there would be civil unrest, as we see in Syria, as the Syrians are fighting against the Syrians, as the Egyptians are fighting against the Egyptians. And now we're seeing more rioting. Let me scroll down here. More rioting in the European Union. And the European Union, you really need to know, is the western leg of the old Roman Empire. Now, why is this important? Because the Lord Jesus Christ showed us that the Antichrist was going to rise from the revived Roman Empire, of which, when you take a look at the European Union, all of those nations used to be in the old Roman Empire. So we know that at least the western leg of the old Roman Empire already exists today. Now, according to Daniel, God showed Daniel that during this time, the nations would not mix well. Some would be strong, some would be weak, and they would not hold together. And you see Daniel chapter 2, verses 41 through 43, talks about this. And whereas thou sawest the feet and the toes, part of pottery's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest iron mixed with merry clay, as the toes of the feet were part iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And this is what we're starting to see now in the European Union because of the debt problems, as I mentioned in my first video. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with merry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. So what do we have in the European Union? We have some strong, very strong nations. We have some very weak nations. And of course, one of those weak nations is Greece. And of course, Greece, you see, it was encompassed in the old Roman Empire. And they're at civil unrest. So we see the scriptures of civil unrest, as the Lord told us. And we're also seeing the problem with the breakup, if you will, of the European Union. At least it appears that there is a breakup that will be coming. And so what I've done is I posted this information for you to look at my site. You'll be able to click these links and read the articles to what's happening and the violence that is coming again because of the austerity measures. And this kind of problem is spreading in Europe as the budget crisis gets much worse. Now I'm going to play a video for you, and you'll see that in the video that the harsh violence that is taking place. And again, Jesus told us kingdom against kingdom, and we see the Greece citizens fighting against their own people.
Μπροστά στη λέλαπα των μέτρων της κυβέρνησης.
Now, while you're watching this, keep in mind what's going on in Syria, because you're seeing much of the same thing in Syria, only the Syrians are actually firing on and killing their citizens. We saw this in Egypt, We saw the riot in Yemen and Tunisia. It's being spread through the Arab nations. And these are all signs that the Lord told us to watch for. And if you know what to watch for and you're watching television and the news, you know we're very, very close to the second coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. Now, when you watch news like this is, you would understand that this is, scary news and whatnot. But here's the good part about it. The Lord wanted us to keep on the watch for these signs because He wanted us to know that our redemption is coming very, very soon when we saw all these signs. And so He tells us to look up, and because your redemption draws nigh, so that we know by all of these signs, even though they're bad signs, that the good part of the good news is Christ is coming for us to remove the church away from these events and bring us into heaven, and then the 7-year tribulation begins. The Antichrist will rise from the revived Roman Empire and begin to take leadership of the entire world exactly as Jesus Christ said. So part of the austerity measures that you're seeing here are a prelude to the rise of the Antichrist, because we know that no man will be able to control the entire economy of the world unless something major takes place. And my friends, you're seeing the byproduct of how the Antichrist will rise. Give your life to the Lord Jesus Christ today. Let Him show you the way into His kingdom. He will bring you to that kingdom. He's waiting for you today. All you have to do is ask.